Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, guys, we had quite the thunder and lightning storm last night.
Yeah, that
wind.
was, holy moly, man. We had probably good gusts of like 75, like 60, 75 mile an hour winds.
For
easily.
real. Like the trees were moving really fast. I was kind of worried about that one dead one, but none of the trees are down. Everything's good to go. The building is still standing.
Yep.
Yeah, the birds are definitely out and about chirping today.
Yes. It's, man, I can't believe that wind, though.
It was crazy.
I couldn't believe how windy it was. But that was intense.
Very.
Like, you hear it on the wind, or like the door and everything else, and like to be able to hear the wind in the basement is, that means it's windy. Yeah. Like, we get a lot of 40 mile an hour winds out here and we don't hear it at all. But
yeah.
When you hear it in the basement, it's like, that was a good gust.
Yeah,
like,
you hear
holy
it, like,
crap.
whistling. But yeah, it's actually not today. Today's looking very beautiful. Look at the beautiful mountain behind us today, guys. Lots of low-hanging fog and low clouds. It's going to be an overcasty, very nice day today, though.
Yes, it's going to get to be a little bit breezy, so it says. I mean, it wasn't calling for any wind yesterday. Like at all.
And then all
with
of a
that,
sudden, 67.
with all that wind, man, I was like, what the heck? I'm looking on the weather forecast. I'm like, it's saying that it's only supposed to be like 20, 25.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that ain't no 20 or 25.
Well, that's way more than that. It was like 3 or 4 times that.
So,
Yeah,
I'm hoping that it's not too bad today, but
yeah.
we'll see.
Got a lot more stuff we're going to be working on this weekend today. This weekend, we had Mike over from Drifting Dreamers 5. He was helping Gary out up on top of the roof for the bracing of those roof trusses. And we actually hired Mike to help out with Gary for the rest of that.
Bracing it in.
The rest of that.
Man, he's saved me so much time and so much, I mean, shoot, we would not be this far without him. So I am so thankful in so many different ways.
I am too. I'm thankful that he moved out here, that he's willing, that he has the time, and that it just worked out best for all of us, you know? Like, we have a project, he has some time, you know? We were able to get him on the schedule, and he's doing a very good job helping us out.
Oh, man.
And I wish I could be up there doing some of that stuff, you know, but what I wish for and what I'm capable of doing are two different things sometimes. And as much of I know I help you out with everything that we've built so far. I've helped you with every single step of the way, but when I'm up there, first off, I have a fear of heights.
Traumatic fear of heights. Like
I freeze.
Yes. You know what I mean? When we were doing the floor trusses, like, you literally, I was surprised that I was able to get you to span them out with me the way that we did.
Well, I wasn't on the high side on that.
No, but you were, I mean, either which way you look at it, from the basement to the ground or like the concrete floor, that's 8 foot, you know.
I put my big girl panties on and I made it happen, okay?
I gave you a foot walking space, you know, over there because the blocks are 12 inches, you know.
Yeah.
So that was a good walking space for you, I feel like, where I was on the 8-inch.
The blocks are wider, right? So walking on a block versus a 2x6 or a 2x4, totally different.
But I know when we had you up there on the joists, which are, you know, they're 2x4s, but they're laying flat like this. So it's 3.5 inches. Yeah. And you froze.
Yeah, I literally just like...
You froze up and you were like, I'm not moving. I can't move. I was like, okay. Like, and it was hard to get you off.
It was.
From right there.
It was.
And you weren't that far at all from the ground or anything else. So being that high up in the roof and everything else, you can't freeze up like that, you know, and then trying to get you down off of it after you freeze like that's a huge safety aspect to where it's best in your interest and everybody else's interest that you're not up there, because that would be a really bad thing to get you down from there.
So there's that, friends. So there's that. And then on top of it, too, straightening out some of these trusses. It's a lot of pushing and pulling, and I don't have the physical strength to do that, especially since I tweaked my back last week.
That does not play a good factor into any of it right there.
I'll say this, a little sneak peek story time. So when Mike and Gary were up there doing all of the trusses and stuff, they needed to push and pull at one point, so much so to where Gary had to bring out it's a chain The chain strap thing.
We had to, yeah, we had to get.
What is that called?
It's a winch.
Okay, he had to bust out the winch.
Bust out the winch, and
just so that way he hooked it from the top of the cabin, the truss, over to the tree over there, and so there's this huge rope and chain going through the yard, and they're cranking it and everything. They got it. I'll tell you, they got it.
It's there.
They made it work. But that's how much pushing and pulling is needed up there. It's quite the job, and I tell you what, I am super impressed that you and Mike have made it this far doing it, just the two of you. And even before that, just you, babe. You were kicking butt.
I'll say this, like with what I did by myself and looking at what we've accomplished so far with Mike, it would have taken me at least 8 days to get to where we are.
Right now.
It was only, 2 days worth of work with Mike, and we were able to get a lot done. I
am so thankful, Mike, that we were able to hire you out for this, because I swear it would take so long, and we got to get this thing dried in as soon as possible. We realize that it's utmost priority. Baby, you guys have been seriously killing it, though. I am so proud of you, and I know that it's coming. My time is coming again. My time is coming again for me to get up there and help you guys. So actually, I've been working on some stuff while Gary has been up there with Mike. I know you guys probably can't see it because of the angle of the camera, et cetera, but I was out here yesterday and I raked this whole area. I'm trying to get things prepared for our next growing season, because Easter is this weekend, and everyone in our area said that it's a great time to plant right after Easter. So like, I'm trying to get this area. We're gonna plant the grass. I'm gonna do the grass seed today.
I think we could plant it a little sooner.
I'm talking mostly about our garden, though. I'm probably gonna get the garden stuff going on after Easter. So I have that whole second tier that I need to prepare, but this top tier, man, there were so many rocks and boulders in here.
It was insane.
Big old sticks and everything. And tell you one thing, Arkansas, we can grow some rocks out here.
Yep.
We can grow some rocks.
This is the second time we've raked it. I mean,
third time I've raked it.
Third time?
Yeah, third time I've raked it since we had the tier system built. And I know that it's going to be, because every time that it rains, some of the dirt will wash, right? And then the rock will pop up. So that's why they say you can grow rocks out here. And they ain't lying. They ain't lying. You grow rocks for sure. But I got it all pretty well prepared. So while you guys are up there today, I'm going to be spreading a bunch of seed here. I'm going to get all this finished off. I got some straw from the chicken coop.
Yep.
It's nasty pooped on straw, but that's okay because it's just going to help, right? So I'm going to spread some straw over here too that will hopefully lay down the seed so it doesn't blow away, so that the birds don't eat it, And then we're not going to be sitting over here, walking over here, parking over here. This is going to be the no-go zone until we can get some grass. So maybe a month or so from now, we'll hopefully
be able to walk on it and mess around out here.
Hopefully, that's the plan. That's the plan.
I'm hoping.
And I got a lot of work I got to do down on the animal tier as well. I got bags and bags of clover I want to put down there because, it's going to help with, the root system is going to help with like the washing away of the dirt and everything. I can't think of the right word right now. And then also, the chickens can peck at it and different animals and stuff that we get. And the garden tier, I need to do some raking and stuff there as well for the stuff that's going to go in the ground. But the actual garden area, besides the beds, I'm probably just going to do minimal raking because I feel like we're probably going to be spreading some rock over there to make the pathways. So I'm not too worried about the rock in the pathway areas. I might even rake it all, rake all the rock to the pathway areas and then just spread that. So that way I'm killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever's clever.
But I'm on it, friends.
Whatever's
I am
clever.
on it. I'm making myself useful while I can't be useful with the cabin, And I'm keeping you guys fed.
Yes.
You know?
It's been that's been really good. I've been happy about that. We get a lunch break and then we eat, get back to work afterwards, and just keep on hitting it.
And at the end of the day, you have a nice hot meal.
Man, I'm so happy though that we got as much done as we did, because all that wind, I was literally biting my nails last night. I was sitting on the edge of my seat. I was like, dude, that was a good gust. Please.
Well, we still got to have you guys finish doing all that bracing and then go around and do the hurricane straps too. I could do stuff like that. I could do hurricane straps. I could do some stuff.
If you wanted to get up there and hit it with us, you could. I know that we got this grass stuff to do down here too.
I'm going to finish this because we have an overcasted day today, and then later on, like we have like another day.
Tomorrow we've got a good rainstorm.
A good rainstorm, so that should water it, and then we should get like a couple days of sunshine, and then another storm. So I'm hoping that because the weather's going to be doing this back and forth between rain and sun, it's going to allow the seeds to germinate and really take off.
Yeah.
So that's
our hope.
That's my hope. We'll see. I've attempted to grow grass down here last year, and yeah, you guys can see it's a bunch of dirt. I think we planted it too late. And then also we didn't really have all the water down here. Like we had barely got the water down here when we planted.
Bluebird.
Where?
Right up on. A bluebird.
That's a bluebird.
That's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I went squirrel.
That's okay. Go squirrel.
I seen a bluebird fly over. I was like, whoa. You always see the cardinals.
Yeah.
Now some bluebirds are coming around.
I saw a yellow bird yesterday.
A yellow bird.
Yeah, it was like yellow with a little bit of green on him. Mm. Really pretty. Like very tropical looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting all the birds out again.
I know, I'm excited. I got to come out here with my DSLR and do some bird watching.
Oh man.
It's exciting stuff.
It's a beautiful day though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good up there.
Got a lot of stuff we're going to be working on today. Got a lot of stuff we're going to work on this week. This week is going to be a very good one for us, and I'm super excited. We're getting closer and closer every day to drying in the cabin.
Oh.
And
I'm hoping I'm
happy that you have help for us to
super happy
get to
I got
that
help.
point of dried in, because
yeah,
it's
a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yep.
And it's definitely more work than you would think or anticipate or whatnot.
Well, it's not a tiny house.
No.
And if it was a shed or even your garage, like when we go to do the garage, me and Gary are going to do that.
Yeah.
Totally. It's not as high up off the ground, and it's just not as much of a.
We might even end up building the rafters ourselves.
Yeah, for that one.
Because it's not 33 feet long, and then the overhang on top of it and everything made it almost a 36-foot rafter. That's a big thing to move around and mess around with.
And manipulate the right way.
Mm-hmm. Whereas even if we cut it in half, that's still a 20-foot leg for the top cord and everything. So, yeah. And that's where, with the garage, it's only a 24 by 30, and we're going to go the other way with the pitch. So we're only going to really be messing around with like a 16-foot board. Yeah. I mean, it's 4 feet less, but that 4 foot, man,
it makes a
difference when you're trying to pull it one way or another or lift it up, So
yeah,
it should work out a little bit better.
Well, I know my limitations, and I'm, honestly, right now is the best time for us to do the divide and conquer, because this really needs my attention because of the time of year that it is and the seasons changing and everything, and that really needs our attention for the same reasons. And so divide and conquer works really well for us at times, and this is just one of those times. And
it happens.
But I'm excited for this week, though. This week should bring a lot of finishing of things and getting things settled and stuff around here.
Right.
This week we're also going to be having to go in and take Scarlett again for her checkup on her foot. Hopefully we'll get some progress and she might be able to start putting weight on it.
Yeah.
I'm
hoping she can.
I'm hoping, but we don't know.
We're not 100% sure with that one, unfortunately, right now.
Yeah.
And that's mainly just because, she got stitches in her foot, and it's it is healing up nice. So we're gonna get the doctor's approval of whether or not she can put weight on it or not, or the next step's gonna be.
She might have to do like some stretching and stuff, or maybe they'll tell her, put weight on it for like 5 minutes a day or something. They might start her out slow and then, steadily get her back into to walking and stuff. But we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I ain't no doctor.
Me neither. I'm just guessing.
We'll take their advice on it. I mean.
We're just guessing. But I'm really excited. I think this weekend, we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago, how we were going to go and buy all of our fencing and stuff for the garden area. Yep. And then we didn't. We ended up doing some other things. We just, bit off more than we can chew. We just got too busy. And
we don't have anything in the ground over there in the garden yet. So there's no real
There was no real rush.
But as soon as we start getting that going to where we're putting stuff in the ground, then yeah, we're going to be rushed.
Which is coming like super duper soon. I need to call our dirt and rock delivery guy. And I hear you guys in the comments section, and I had actually already thought about that too. Filling the beds with like a dirt delivery instead of like going to the store and buying bags and bags of soil.
Yes.
And it's going to be much cheaper to do it that way than it is to buy
Even
bags
if I have to take Biggie down there and just fill up the back of Biggie, you know. Even if I have to go and get Biggie filled up with dirt or whatnot, then hey.
Yeah, just a truckload at a time. Yeah, it might be better to do that only because then we can, you know, when they come and they deliver it, they're gonna dump it somewhere.
Yeah.
Where if we put it in the back of Biggie and we haul it over, well then we can really, you know, get the truck right there and park it right next to where.
Drive it over there and scoop it out from the back of the truck into it.
That might be better.
Yeah.
That might be better. But I'm making plans. All of our plants on the inside are really taking off too.
Yes,
and
they are.
I want to get them out of the house because the cats keep tormenting the plants and going over and like swiping it off of the table, and I need to get it out. I need to get it outside. We got this big table in like our living room with just solo cups galore, you know.
Yeah. It's hey, they're growing though. They're doing good.
Yeah, they're doing their thing.
We just need to get them in the ground so they can take off in there.
Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time. But you know what? This week I feel like is going to be bringing us a lot of those types of things. Maybe this weekend, because I know that your main priority is up there with Mike. And then also we're going to have to go and deal with Scarlett this week. And I'm going to be filling in where I can, you know. So.
I don't think we're going to be able to really work tomorrow, because the storm's coming on Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think tomorrow is going to be a down day, an editing day for me. We'll see how much you guys can get done with this. I've got a couple of plans on video content to come out next for you guys. If I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm kind of waiting to see how far along you guys get today.
Yep. That's basically what I'm waiting on and seeing.
Because I'm filming in like two different ways, because I'm filming for one way if they could finish things up and whatnot, then I could wrap everything up into one video and then put it out. And then I'm also filming for just in case they aren't done with it yet, because I still need to put out videos. I like to put out 2 videos a week at least on Simple Life, and I don't want you guys waiting for too long. Yep. So I am doing another thing to where all the stuff that I'm doing, I'm filming it to where it could be inserted into your video, or I can make a video by itself. And so depending on how things go for you guys is depending on what I'm gonna end up doing. So kind of flying by the seat of our pants. We have like we got a plan, but not a set plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get as much done as possible each and every day.
Exactly.
And that's all we can really ask for. And it's been going along really good. I'm really happy about this, because as soon as that bracing is done, then we can do the sheathing on the gable end walls and do that all the way up. Then we can make the eaves and get all the eaves straightened out and good to go. As soon as all that's done, then we can start sheathing it and dry this thing in.
Yeah. And then we'll be shopping for doors and windows and stuff.
Yep, so that way we can put them in and we don't have to worry about a hole.
It's exciting, friends. It's so exciting. We're getting closer and closer and closer every day.
Yep. It's getting there. It's just little by little.
Little by little. One day at a time.
Each and every day. Yep.
One day at a time.
It's not a race, you know. It's not a drag race to see who can get from
the fastest.
You know, a quarter mile done quicker. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
It's miles upon miles upon miles, and finishing it is the best thing.
I was going to say, as long as we finish, right? As long as we can finish, which we will.
Yep.
Well, guys, we got to get rolling. Mike should actually be here any minute. I've got a couple of things I got to finish up before he does get here. So we're going to get all the tools together. We're going to get everything ready to go. And we'll be back here on Real Talk with a new episode tomorrow for you guys.
Oh, yes.
So I hope that you guys have a good one today. And until tomorrow, we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.